Okay, let's go. Hey there. Okay. November 12th. Very nice. Snow on the ground. Tough commute. Anybody?
Yes.
Yes. The Hutch?
Yeah.
Oh, everything. Connie, 287 Hutch, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, well. What happens? Nice green and now there's snow. That happens quick, too quick. November's a bad month. But here we are, so let's go. Your birthdays? Nobody? Wow, nobody days. That's unusual. No birthdays. Anniversaries, we got a ton. David Kane, where's Dave? That's 16 years. Justin, Joe, Brian, Kristen, Andrew, Brendan, Siobhan, and Nancy. So that's a big group. These for them?
That's good,
Siobhan and Nancy, is there one for Nancy? Where's Nancy? And Siobhan. Got it. Congratulations. A lot of anniversaries. Moving right along, congratulations to
Thank you.
Say anything? Nice.
It's nice.
Can you say the last name for us one more time?
Joelano.
Joe Valano. Okay, thought we talked to you briefly about our off-site fall planning meeting that we're doing this coming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We've done this every year, this time of year, for 7, 8 years now, maybe longer. We also do a June meeting. The November meeting is sort of really looking at the annual numbers over a multi-year period, and then trying to project out for the future. And then also trying to give thoughts and ideas about how to better project out to the future. So there are a lot of things going with that. So we've been doing it at the Ral Arrowwood, which is in Rybrook, not far away, and wanted you guys to share in that. It's also sort of a thought idea of having you guys get more involved in the budget process, understanding, why that is so important and why these numbers matter. So we'll be doing that Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, half a day Sunday, all day Monday, all day Tuesday. And we're asking all the employees to come over for lunch. Thought that'd be a good idea to go there for lunch, so all the employees who are not already there will come over for lunch. More information, the specific, what room and what to do, we'll get back to you on it. That's next Tuesday. The idea is to finish work here at 12, leave here at 12. Doesn't start there at 12, we stop here at 12. We're gonna start there about 12:20. Takes about 10, 12 minutes off the street. Assuming no snow, it's an easy ride. You should carpool, figure that out. And we're gonna have a lunch, you'll bring your lunch into a room, and we're gonna tell you guys more about what we are planning for the future and our thoughts, more numbers and ideas and thoughts, okay? So come prepared maybe with a pen or pad or whatever that you might wanna do, okay? So ideas to bring everybody involved. You've also seen a lot of department managers and Brian very busy of late, getting our numbers right for the year and planning and presenting budgets and all. The idea is to finish that all so that we have our budgets in place for our December staff meeting for the next year. We want to finish that out, our year being 12/1 to 11/30. Okay, this guy Steven Sense was in here a while. Steve, you want to take us through this?
Sure. So we conducted a technology and operational review at the end of August. He took a look at commercial lines, personal lines, technology specific, and accounting. And then subsequently came back and reviewed benefits. So the takeaways were, in general, we're doing a pretty good job as it relates to TAM compliance and utilization. Our residential real estate team is doing extremely well from that perspective, His comments were leadership, department managers on up were very in tune to technology and TAM. He essentially equated that to, we know how to use the system, so you would be surprised how often he goes into operations and he says his people say this is all the system can do because management doesn't know what it can do. We're pretty in tune from that perspective. Looked at major workflows, looked at how we utilize RSP, and came away with some specific objectives and improvement opportunities for us. One of the major things we talked about, and it'll probably be in part of our planning for 2014, is what do we do around an agency management system? You know, staying with TAM, how long do we stay with TAM? Do we upgrade TAM? Do we look at other vendors? Do we look at a document management system? So it sort of kicked off and synthesized a number of the things we need to work on from a priority standpoint for technology.
Got it. Okay, so big decisions with that, because the newest version of TAM, if we were to go there, has a document management system in it. That's a big conversion. It's conversion of all data. It's a major step backwards to take 2 steps forwards. Or do we just go buy a separate document management system? Well, that's a big cost item, and if that's only going to be a year until you go to the other one, then what's the point of that? So there are big decisions we're trying to wrestle with, but at least we have some thought and help and good. Thank you. I'm going to jump through that. Mike?
Sorry.
Just,
Sorry.
Okay. Mike?
So,
yeah.
you guys have all gotten a version of our discount card brochure, the main function of which is this telemedicine. I've had several of you come up to me without, disclosing HIPAA privacy issues or what have you, with mostly very positive stories about your interactions with the various services on the discount card. My pushback to you would be, we'd love to turn those into marketing opportunities for our existing customers that have already bought it. We already have about a half a dozen accounts that have purchased the service from us. In addition to that, we'd like to use it for marketing for our new business. So we're not going to put your name on it, but if you've had an experience using the discount card, whether it's the telemedicine, the roadside assistance, the privacy, the identity theft, any of the discount programs that are attached to it, please just send me a note. This is an experience, 2-3 sentences. We're going to start compiling them and maybe creating some blast emails or some mailings that we're going to do to customers and prospects and what have you. But overall, I've heard very positive things. I haven't heard any major negative things yet. I want to know that also if that comes to pass. So, thank you.
Thank you. Brandon, we'll quick through a bunch of stuff. So we had, this was in the past month? Wow, a long time ago. We had our bake sale. Thank you, Kelly, and everybody else who contributed to our bake sale. We got a bunch of nice pictures. We raised money, as you guys know. We had a nice affair at Molly's Spillane's. Boy, that seems like a long time ago, weather-wise and everything else. There's a nice picture. I thought it was very nice for Paul Ennis and Winchell. We're doing the right thing for Grace Church Community Center. It's very, very nice. We had our Industry Week of Giving. This is absolutely terrific. Here we got a dozen of our employees working and doing something for a local charity in the Green Initiative, and it ties into the insurance industry leadership. You don't have that, right? That's the next one? Okay, thank you. So this woman named Betsy wrote to us specifically saying how terrific we are and how meaningful this stuff is. And imagine, no different than Mike was asking for good things about him, imagine if every agency in the country is doing something. They're all doing things. Well, not all. Most are doing things. And imagine if you could pull it all together and harness that resource into a better public image, basically, where that goes. So congratulations to everybody who contributed to that. We had Lindsay's run. That's Brian and his daughter and Ivy. Congratulations for those people who do that. I encourage you to do more of those. We have these are charity events. Okay, there are a number of things. Mike, I didn't read through all of these. We'll jump through these. We do a lot of things all the time for that. There's Andrew. Where is he? There he is. There he is. That's the picture there of 6:08.
It's marathon time.
Huh?
I started 3 hours
I
after.
thought you said it was 4 hours you finished.
It was.
It says 6:08.
Marathon time.
Marathon time, okay. Whatever it is, that's terrific. Whatever the time is, terrific. I encourage anybody to do that. That's great stuff. And I guess it's very nice that you got $1,400 from your employees. You raised a total of $4,600. That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you to everyone, I appreciate it. I met the leadership of Team Continuum and they were thrilled, and so thanks to everyone who supported me financially and emotionally and everything else. It's awesome.
Our dress casual day is tomorrow, $5. Everyone should do that. Remember December, we're asking you for $20. For those people who are new here, we used to do a Secret Santa. We stopped doing that. We're just asking for $20 in December into the fund. York matches it. It will be dress casual every Wednesday in December and the whole week of December 23rd. The problem with dressing casual for a week is perhaps some of us only have one pair of jeans, like and then we wear our really bad pair of jeans that we should only wear on Sunday. That can't happen. That can't happen. This is not Sunday. I'm very specific. You cannot wear your Sunday clothes. No sweatshirts, no sneakers, no really tied down jeans. No football jerseys, no whatever else you might be thinking, or comfortable wearing. It's a business attire, a little bit dressed down, okay? So let's keep that. Brian, I don't know how we picked Brian. Brian is the fashion police. Brian is the chef. Brian's the fashion police. So we're having that's tomorrow. Oatmeal and fruit tomorrow. Okay, oatmeal and fruit, very nice. Okay, we have a Thanksgiving dinner in Mount Vernon coming up a week from Thursday. A week from this Thursday? A week from this Thursday. A bunch of people have volunteered, which is great. Ivy's the champion. Anybody else wants to participate, please let Ivy know, okay? They turned this event into a fundraiser. In the past, it was just serving the seniors. Now it's serving the seniors and club members and club family members. And there'll be other corporations taking some sponsorships. We are the lead sponsor, which means we're paying for the food and the plates and stuff, and everybody else's money goes for straight contribution. So, thank you very much for anybody who was attending. It's a very good event. We have a coat drive coming up. Brendan is our champion. Clothing, outerwear, warm clothing, toiletries, no shirts or t-shirts, but just about anything else. We'll have bags or boxes to put stuff in, and feel free to bring anything in, or any of your neighbor's stuff, all good stuff. Okay, the turkey trot's coming up. That's the Sunday before, that's a week from this coming Sunday. In Mamaroneck, that's the turkey trot. We have a bunch of people participating. Anybody else wants to participate, see Brian. Family members too, should be a nice day. Gym membership, so we're raffling off a new gym membership, that's what this is. And these are the names of the people who want it, so we just pass this out. What?
The people, their names are in there.
So
You're taking 2 names out of the hat.
you take a name, take 2 names, take a name. Choose just one.
And I'll do the,
You want to do the drum roll?
Hold on.
Melissa A. Morley.
I get the Morley, you get the Morley.
Nice if we had that up already. Okay, so Dan and Melissa, right? Got it right, okay, congratulations. Okay, York Store, order what you want. Go ahead, Green Initiative, we're working on it. York University, let's go. Heather is now taking a AAI. Heather, where's Heather?
Right here.
You enrolled?
Yes, I am. No, my exam is December 12th.
Good. Is it online, or it's a class
It's
you
a
go to?
proctored, you study beforehand, you go to class for a day, and then you have an exam at the end of the
Okay,
day.
and that's one of the 9, got it, okay. Ed, this is your license, or this is a class?
It was an online class.
Got it, okay, congratulations. Andrew's still taking ARM, Kristen and Blake. Sophie and Justin are taking the exam, and these CPCU things are going on. Get that right. Dan passed his APACA certification. Dan?
Yep.
Taking his test. The licensing classes, Carolyn and Ed, that's what they're taking right now, and Scott is in his REGU. And Steve Badowski passed his 4 to 12. We're gonna get to the CPCU dinner later, but all good stuff, so keep it up. Recently attended event, we had a lot of stuff here. David and Mike and others were at the Healthcare Forum for the Business Council of Westchester. We're getting more involved in the Business Council of Westchester. Wouldn't it be nice if we wrote accounts in Westchester? We wouldn't have to drive to Jersey, Long Island, the city, or we could also go there too, but we could actually have more accounts in Westchester. You know, holy cow, what a brainstorm. And so we're getting more involved with the Business Council of Westchester and some businesses in Westchester. The ASNet group, Sophie and Brendan attended. The ASNet is the user group of applied systems. The Milliman benchmarking seminar was here. We had an identity theft. Steve Badowski presented, and a PAPACA seminar that David Kane presented. Jim and I and Mike, Mike, Steve, and myself, not Jim, was in Apex, and Mike, Steve, and Justin went to a specific executive decision-making strategic negotiation seminar. So if you've noticed any differences in Mike, Steve, and Justin in the last week, I heard it was a good seminar.
Terrific.
It was great.
I'll tell you later.
Congratulations, Heather and Kevin. What we didn't realize until recently is that you had passed your CPCU this year, Heather and Kevin. It was on your application when you joined, but we never asked when, I guess. So I never knew until we found out from CPCU. Steve Badowski came to me and said, are we taking a table? We have 2 confirmants. We need to know about it. So perhaps you could have went to the national conference, but it didn't work out that way. So congratulations to the 2. That's terrific. And we had a number of people there who were also in the process of taking CPCU. This is absolutely terrific. I encourage every one of you to aspire to get your names up here and be part of that conferment. I can tell you this, it was only a couple of years ago we had nobody. We might have had 1 or 2 people who won CPCU, but we had not one person enrolled in the whole program. And now it's like a snowball going downhill, and it's terrific. So, on behalf of myself and everybody, congratulations for those people who are doing it and those people who have done it. Great job. Coming up, yes,
Tonight.
oh, tonight, okay, that's tonight, Tuesday the 12th. There is a Next Gen IBAN. That's the Independent Agents and Brokers of New York is having a Next Gen event in Elmsford, and the Independent Agents of Westchester, which I'm the president, is one of the sponsors, and some of the restoration companies are sponsors as well. Good for that. The Independent Agents of Westchester is having their holiday networking reception. If anybody's interested in going, see Ivy, she passed that out. We're gonna limit it to 10, but until we have 10, you're free to go. If we have 15, we're gonna have to figure out who. But all the carriers go, agents all over the county go, and it's a very nice, just cocktail event, basically, and a networking fun event, and our off-site management meeting. Okay, our York Peppermint Patties and our calendars are getting prepared to mail out, so we do that every year, in case people don't know. We send out boxes of York Peppermint Patties to our best accounts. We have nice calendars that we've created again, people like them, so all that list needs to be into Hy-Vee now, or it's already in?
By the 22nd, I made it. November 22nd.
Okay, let's do it soon for those people who have, want to review that. Our holiday party is going to be Tuesday, December 10th. Where, we don't know yet. Likely 5:30. We'll get back to you with the specifics, but you should be holding that night, because that is our, the last slide will be our staff meeting. Our staff meeting will be that day. We'll announce our results, and we're gonna have our staff meeting at 3 in the afternoon, like we did last year. So our staff meeting will be in the afternoon of the regular Tuesday where we have a staff meeting, and we'll have a holiday party that night like we've done in the past. We're also having a kids' party. It's Monday, December 23rd, it's a work day, we're gonna do it in the afternoon. It's a school day. So we'd love you to bring your kids in, or have your kids dropped off, or whatever you guys wanna do. All family, friends, wives, spouses, everybody else is invited. It's not just kids. Invite your not just young kids, anybody you want, from 2 to 5. Hopefully we can pull that off and have a nice afternoon. Financial review. We changed some of the slides, so I may test you as to which slide we changed. Commercial lines, we had a few wins in, new wins in commercial lines. Duck Cedar, which was Ed's first one, Quartet Merger, Myriad, and Sabre River had closed. Nice revenue. Personal lines, a number of wins. Barbara had one, Ed had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the month. Ed?
Sounds about right.
Congratulations, good job. And Gil got another one. These are all Scarsdale guys, by the way, including Gil's. But very good. We are really penetrating that town. And when you think you have some penetration, you look around and you have one house on a block of 30. So when you think you're penetrating, you're not even close. But we are getting better. Group benefits, big wins. Mike came through with residential home funding, 55 grand of revenue, effective immediately. And case paper, we got the VOR on, we still have work to do. Likely gonna be an additional 70 grand. We currently have 10.
Correct.
So we currently have
10,
one
12.
piece of it, and we're getting the rest of case paper, which is down the hall. Big commercial lines prospect as well, and so that's terrific. Indy, we got a number of things. This is, these are now closed, money's in.
Just waiting to get paid,
Waiting
but
to
they're
get
all
paid.
closed.
Okay, closed, waiting to get paid, and this is Jimmy's friend Robbie Lawrence bought some life insurance for those people who know him too. So very good wins there on the Indy side. Lost, we didn't lose anything this past month.
Hey, here we go.
Commercial lines, we're working on a ton of stuff. I'm not gonna go through all this. The people in commercial lines should know exactly what we're working on. These are critically important that we close a number of these items that are gonna affect next year. Personal lines, again, we're working on a bunch of stuff, again, important, and benefits. Working on a bunch of stuff. We're getting close to this one and a few others. So we have a lot of very good activity going on right now in a lot of areas. And some of these basically are, in theory, almost closed, and it's ready to go through the system. So these are large activity coming from a lot of different producers. The producer of the year, I'm still in the lead. We can look at points, but revenue, 411,000 of revenue, Barbara 396, Mike at 331. And if we play out how that looks in terms of a chart, here is how that looks in terms of a chart. So what we also are charted for our off-site meeting is how does the producer of the year numbers look relative to prior years? Be interesting if I showed that maybe in December, but it actually shows we have more production this year and our points are better. It's not always just total dollars. Our total amount of points this year against the prior years are much better, which means we're getting it from all sources. I won't go through each department. So we have a quarterly new business, ends 11/30. We had a huge October. We're gonna get to October in a minute. We had a huge month of October, which means for the quarter, we have done, for the quarter, which one?
Bottom.
We've done for the quarter 353,000 of revenue in 2 months. Our quarterly goal is 345 for 3 months, so we're already positive 7,700 for the quarter. So assuming there's no return billings, congratulations, we've hit our 4th quarter. And this is how that plays out. All very good stuff. We're gonna talk a little bit more about October. And that's where we are on the, our goal was this, our actual was this, and our prior year full year was that. Play it out. Okay, we have our numbers and our incentive plan, so we'll go through this. We added a couple line items here that are new, so I'll try to go through this a little slower. I'd like everybody to understand the numbers a little bit in more detail, just don't, it'd be helpful if you did, they mean something. I can tell you this, someone once told me, don't worry about the numbers, just go sell. That may work someplace else, doesn't work here. I couldn't disagree more. The more I looked at the numbers, the more I understand the need to write more business, the more you understand how to run a business, the better the numbers become. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And we analyze these at great length all the time. But we take a number from 2011, and it finishes 2012 at 10.5. So 10.5 rolls to 2000 and rolls to 12/1/2012.
Correct.
This is how much lost business we had, $870,000. Oh my God, did we lose a lot of business this year. We didn't lose all this business, we would be absolutely killer. Good news is we wrote a lot more. Compare that to a prior year of 431. So we lost double the amount of business this year. That's on a billing basis
Correct.
too, so it's, some of that affects next year too. In essence, I'll just use volunteers in America to pick on. There's more lost business for next year that we already know about now. This is how much business we lost in 13 affecting 13. We also have a decent amount of lost non-recurring. Non-recurring could be life insurance, and also could be other accounts that we are not recurring.
3-year policies, 18-month policies.
High management, we'll get to that too. Okay, renewing. We then know our rollover, 106% on our current book. Quite good. Market and commercial lines affects that, okay? We know what to renew. We then have a gain. That's the 3-year policy to the positive. Now we're writing an account that's not going to renew next year. So there's a one-time timing issues and or builder's risk and stuff. We then know our new business. New business, $1.7 million, new business to date, against last year, $1.5 million. Remember, this is all departments, excluding brokerage. New business for October, 235 of new business in October. Again, 78 the prior year. 78 is very low, by the way. 235 is tremendous. So our grand total is 11.9, which means our year-to-date growth is 12.9. The previous month was 11.7. We have an end-of-year goal of 9, and Brian's now projecting 13.6. The projection went up because we had a big October. So we'll explain that a little bit more. Commercial lines, you'll see of that lost business, of the 870 of lost business, 700,000 is in commercial lines. Well, 700,000 of lost business in commercial lines, that's just under 10% against 329 in the prior year. 90,000 is non-recurring. This is what's renewing at 108%. In prior years, in commercial lines, a rollover might be 96%, 95%. So we have wind at our back this year. As we all know in commercial, we're selling policies at higher premiums. Don't count on that for the next 5 years. Let's take it while we can. It starts a new high. But that's something, we're glad it's happening when it's happening. And we're glad we're able to sell it. We have 814,000 of new business, so we got ahead of last year. And our new business as a percent, 11% we put in, we're after 15%. Our goal in commercial is gonna be, in 2015 or 16, 15%. We're not quite there yet. We are writing more last year, where we're rolling over so much better than everybody else around the country. Well, we need to write 15% new business in each department. That's the key, that's a key piece of it. So we went from a end-of-year goal of we're projecting 9.4%. So let's just talk about commercial. We've made a new chart. Things happened in October. Amsterdam hospitality renewed, much higher premium. That's the commission increase on Amsterdam hospitality. That's the increase in commission. Pine management, this is a 3-year policy. So we wrote a 3-year policy this year at 61 grand of revenue, won't happen next year. So there's a one-time hit we have to make up next year. And then there was a decent amount of new business. This is all new business we reported on in the past, most of it, but hit in October. Tribeca, new. Cuccinelli, new. Orset, Lanco, Myriad, Sabre, Littman, and Quartet Merger. So it was 161,000 in total new business in the month of October in commercial lines. So that 161 plus the other is a total variance from a prior year of 300,000. So big numbers in the month of October. Some of which isn't going to recur. Some of which is going to recur. All good stuff. Personal lines, we're not breaking personal lines down properly the way we could and then getting a rollover number. Personal lines numbers are terrific. They go from $1,290,000 up to $1,416,000, $1,416,000, and they finish at $1,757,000. You play out the numbers, it's renewing at 100%. Our new business is $353,000. October new business was a smaller number, but we're growing at 24.1%. We had a low budget number for the year, of 10%, okay? We're growing at 24%, and that's the projection for year end. Group benefits, $1,000,001 becomes $1,470,000, $1,470,000. We lost $163,000 of business. That's what's renewing. It's rolling over at 101%. Our new business today is $443,000, which is better than last year. Last year was a big new business year. As a percentage, tremendous. And so our grand total is just under $1,008,000. That's a 20% growth, and the end of year projection is 22%. Very good. Individuals beginning to have some momentum, so we can roll that out. 234 was 12. There was a year, a couple years ago, we were over 500,000. So 234, while we look good, we're nowhere near where we could be in life insurance. We're just beginning to step. At 234, we finished last year at 213, and 213, we're back to 251 as of now. Okay, percentages are difficult to see. And in the month of October, we had 10 against 7. We have a number of things that could be closing in the next 90 days, and hopefully more things in the hopper. So this becomes the full chart. Again, that explains it all, which is all very good numbers. So we're finishing the year. We have the month of November to finish for this year. And, you know, like, we never sleep, because now we're already working on next year and how we're going to continue to do that and continue our good growth. All numbers are quite good. We should be proud of ourselves, but recognize that a good bit of it is good rollover in commercial lines, which is market-driven. It helps to focus more in about what we can control. At least we're controlling the clients when the rollover is large, so it's all very good. Okay, next staff meeting, like I said, is the December staff meeting, but instead of 10 o'clock, we'll do it in the afternoon, be an hour or so, and we'll have our holiday party that night. Anything else? Okay, thanks everybody.